the XRP ledger attacked. Then we see ETFs coming perhaps soon for XRP. But guys, there's so many things happening. It's unbelievable at this point. The United States government, we see right here, we see a bill, guys, that's possibly, I don't think it's passed because we see right here, it's still in the House currently, guys. So interesting. But what is this bill about? That's the interesting part, right? So this bill was introduced supposedly on December 1st of 2023. But check this out, guys. Have you guys noticed this? To direct the Secretary of Commerce to take actions necessary and appropriate to promote the competitiveness of the United States related to the deployment, use, application, and competitiveness of blockchain technology or other distributed ledger technology, and for other purposes, guys, right? So that's what they're planning, to be honest. Again, America does not want to be left behind, guys. So obviously they're going to start passing these bills and start getting aboard, right, on the train. Now, why is this beautiful, guys? Because check this out. Democrats turn on Biden SEC chair over increased regulation. Oh, you don't say, guys, right? So it seems as not only the right, guys, but the left, every side to the pendulum is trying to attack the SEC at this point in time. Why? Because remember, they're all friends, guys, right? This points towards what? To promote mass blockchain adoption, guys, right? The first thing that needs to happen is for the SEC to go bye-bye or need to comply. Now, this has to be one of the most craziest videos I've seen, guys, because this representative on the stablecoin bill and what Congress is looking for from crypto, guys, 2 weeks ago. Listen to this.
I'm a Rhodes Scholar. I don't understand a single word you just said, right? So tell me how this makes Bridgeport better. Tell me how this makes Los Angeles better. And until the industry does a better job really showing that, look, we can take remittance fees down from 8% to 2 basis points, or show us any positive world improving application, the industry is not going to have the benefit of the doubt. And the reason you need that is because not so much on our side of the Capitol, but on the other side of the Capitol, the weather is uglier.
There we go, guys. There we go, guys. Utility needs to come into play, right? So he's basically saying, don't come to us and say that we got NFTs, right? We got, and say certain buzzwords, guys. Actually, provide some type of utility, right, to help America, guys. So to leapfrog, right? Because they are getting left behind, or that's what it seems like in the public eye. Check this out. Okay, industry leaders invited to file XRP spot ETF in Hong Kong. This is. I don't know if this is a joke or not, guys, but we're about to find out. If this isn't a joke, then this is about to be massive. Why? Because XRP's price will explode to the upside. Members of the XRP community now anticipate an XRP spot ETF in Asian soil amid a pivotal development that has unfolded in the region. So basically, in particular, the Capital founder Yassin Mubarak has invited crypto industry leaders to move for an XRP ETF in Hong Kong following a recent regulatory green light. Wow, this is insane, guys. So crypto ETF in Hong Kong. Top regulatory bodies in Hong Kong stated that they have reassessed their current policy concerning intermediaries seeking involvement in crypto-related activities. Specifically, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority and the Securities and Futures Commission expressed their readiness to accept crypto spot ETFs. As a result, proclaimed that they are now open to receiving applications for the approval of additional funds featuring exposures to cryptocurrencies. That's interesting, guys. Again, the whole world is about to enter this damn space. The liquidity will flood in, guys, right? Exactly. Nobody's listening, though. Even though cryptos are dumping, guys, and whatnot, look at the longer term. The regulator specifically cited virtual asset spot exchange traded funds among potential ETFs it would welcome. Invitation to file XRP spot ETF. This crucial update from the Hong Kong regulatory agencies has caught the attention of prominent figures in the XRP community, right? Such as from a venture capital and private equity firm, Dizer Capital. We see right here, someone should file an XRP spot ETF application in Hong Kong, right? That's a really good idea, guys, if it were to happen. Why? Right? The reason being is because, check this out, Bitcoin and XRP ETFs. Why is this important, guys? You guys know why.
When that spot ETF gets passed, they are going to put a massive amount of pressure on these exchanges because they have to take that Bitcoin off the exchanges. They now have to self-custody that. They cannot have a spot ETF and work it if they don't own the asset.
So, which means they'll buy off XRP. They'll buy XRP off of the open market, guys, right?
So they are going to come and start scooping up Bitcoin. Oh my God. When they scoop this Bitcoin up, it is going to put pressure. There's going to be less of it in the market. Why is Chase asking for XRP? XRP is the banker's coin. Watch this. Banks that use Ripple, Bank of America, second largest bank in the United States.
Bank of America is very interesting, guys, right? Because they are probably about to collapse, and maybe they're going to be bought up, right? Saved, I don't know, by some bigger bank, guys. JP Morgan, I'm not sure, right? Something is going to happen where maybe they'll have to use XRP. We don't know, right? It's weird that Bank of America has the biggest losses, guys, right? Unrealized losses, and then supposedly they're partnered with Ripple. Not announced yet, officially. Weird, right? Strange.
Bank of America is already using XRP's technology. PNC Bank is using Ripple's technology. Siam Bank, Santander Bank, you get the idea. Standard Chartered Bank, QLX in Mexico. There's like, man, if I wish I find that other list, there's like 60, 70 banks that are using Ripple's technology. Because who wants to have somebody come in and say, hey, I would like to send some money over to Nigeria. And say, oh, okay, you know, then you got to use the slow ass system from, y'all know where this is going. And then it takes 3-4 days to actually get your money from the United States over to Nigeria.
It's faster to literally take a plane, okay, with a bundle of cash, guys. That's insane. That's why Bragg Arnold also say we want to make information move or money move as information moves today, right?
Well, you could just move it in 4 seconds with Ripple's XRP technology. Money is moving in seconds versus hours and days. They are going to make a ridiculous amount of money. That's why the #1 bank in the United States is saying, pay us your mortgage in XRP.
Does nobody else realize, or is everyone sleeping about the fact that Swift is still here, right? Think about it. Swift, made from literally the 1900s, is still used today. What? There needs to be a change, guys. Coinbase says it, right? Look at this. Now, what price could XRP really reach to, though, right? Value of XRP is $6,094.09 USD, okay? So blown away by the XRP price calculator, grounded in Athey and Michnik's valuation model, inputting a $280 trillion transaction volume and a 5-year projection gives us a potential XRP value of $6,000, guys. This isn't a fantasy. It's a peek into the future where XRP's real-world utility could revolutionize finance as we know it, as we can see right here. So this was some type of model, guys. I know for a fact that we will never see this price until utility goes live, right? Until banks start to collapse and then they start to get bought up, guys, become centralized, and then they use Ripple's technology, right? Ripple payments, on-demand liquidity. This will not happen until the day we see what? Everything go live. Okay, Ripple has been highlighted for its partnership aimed at exploring a real estate asset tokenization solution. So this is what we need to come into play, guys, right? Basically, Ripple, a prominent player in the blockchain and cryptocurrency space, has recently been in the spotlight for its venture into exploring a real estate asset tokenization solution. Given that the global real estate market is estimated to be worth around $280 trillion, this move by Ripple poses a significant question about the current valuation of its native cryptocurrency XRP, which currently stands at 60 cents. It's fascinating because we know the real estate market is going to collapse, guys, right? All these markets seem like on the verge of collapsing, and it seems like there's a new sector in town, a new industry in town, which is cryptocurrencies, right? Which will probably take the lead. Fascinating. Regulators approve, banks move, asset tokenization pioneers in banking. We go down here, we see Medico. What? Teams up with Medico. VP Bank teams up with Medico to expand its digital asset custody and tokenization services. Wow. This is why Ripple was targeting Medico, guys. I'm telling you, because it's all... Come on. Right? It's thinking like a bank. Fubon Bank partners with Ripple to explore a real estate asset tokenization solution under the Hong Kong Monetary Authority. Hong Kong Monetary Authority, you say? Wait. Hong Kong. Interesting. And then we got HSBC, Goldman Sachs over here. And it just going on. It just goes on, guys. Right? Look at this. This is how we know they're entering the space already. Right? They're not coming out and about and saying, "Oh, we love cryptocurrencies, guys." But what they will do is partner with these crypto companies, most definitely, not financial advice. So then we see, I totally agree with James Wallace at Ripple. Right? The reason being is because, as we see from James Wallace, guys, he's an employee at Ripple. Tokenization could unlock a potential $400 billion revenue opportunity. Okay, and how tokenization can fuel a $400 billion opportunity in distributing alternative investments to individuals. Hi, and then James Wallace replies to this type of topic. Right? Tokenization, a huge piece of the pie. If we go down here, we see all connected to Ripple. DBS Bank, one of the largest Singapore banks, is part of Project Guardian on the tokenization of assets. DBS will exchange and custody, right? Digital currency exchange. So we see XRP and a few other cryptocurrencies. Now, by the way, back here, this model, remember, who gave that type of model? The head of digital assets at BlackRock. Listen to this.
By two people, Susan Athey and Robert Mitchnick. And it was pretty groundbreaking in that, XRP is, and one of the real kind of ingenious parts about this model that is very important in understanding, in my opinion, the value of an asset like XRP is this competition between two competing forces. So XRP is a utility asset, meaning it can be used to exchange value very quickly, very efficiently. And it also can be used to store value. And as we've gone through and built all of these models, this is like the biggest theme or assumption or debatable point. And the Athey-Mitchnick model does an incredible job of addressing this in their paper and in the model that they built. And the Athey-Mitchnick model is very important in this series because it does a very simple and clear job of separating these two fundamental forces, the force of utility, the force of store of value. And if you watch my video about the virtuous cycle, which I did a while ago, I'll put the link in the description, this is a kind of an electronic or energetic force that can compete in markets. And if you imagine like a cyclone where it kind of starts out sort of small, and as it gets more powerful, it kind of widens and accelerates, and all of the elements in this cyclone start to move faster and faster. It's kind of the opposite of what would be considered a death spiral. This is more of a positive growth-oriented thing called the virtuous cycle. And in the case of the Athey-Mitchnick model, what they created a sort of calculation for is, as more value gets transacted on the XRP ledger using XRP, it's going to naturally rise in price simply because there will be higher demand, more use. Probably won't be actually, I don't think it would be a very large increase in magnitude, but it would be enough that it would get the attention of people. And in this era we have of fiat inflation, where there's a lot of skepticism, if I were to hold my wealth in, let's say, US dollars, would I have the same amount of value in $1,000 today in like 5 years? And the answer is probably no. We're seeing inflation has really eroded the value of the dollar. So there's kind of a concern, like if I have money, wealth that I want to store, where should I store it? I have to store it someplace. And if you were to observe the value of XRP steadily rising because adoption is growing and people are seeing this as more and more of a valued utility asset, then what happens is people say, got to store my wealth somewhere. Why not store it in some XRP? And what this can do is remove XRP from the circulating supply that is available for transactions. And all these sort of forces of supply and demand come into play. So if something is in demand, price goes up, and now we have another competing force that's going to pull out some of the supply, meaning these calculations of supply and demand. You have increased demand while diminishing supply. Now the price goes up some more, and it creates this cycle that potentially could lead to exponential growth at some point. Now, the interesting thing we have observed in some of these models, and if you've ever studied anything like the compound effect from sort of savings, it often looks like not a whole lot is happening for a while. And then it kind of all clicks into place, and that's when the exponential growth takes over. And
maybe that's when the quote-unquote flip of the switch occurs, right? Now, let's quickly talk about from which to when, guys. What happened with the XRP ledger today? With the fake inscription transactions the XRP ledger is seeing right now, we get a free transactions per second test of the XRP L mainnet. At 50 TPS, validators start to take turns in keeping up with the validators. Okay, not FUD. So something occurred today, guys. There's supposedly some type of attack on the XRP ledger. We see right here, we notice that the public RCPs for XRP are used by too many people and the failure rate is now too high. Okay? Repeat after me. The XRP ledger is not a UTXO chain. The XRP ledger cannot support ordinals or their inscriptions. Projects that mint ordinals on the XRP ledger are nonsensical spam, guys. Right? It's not like Bitcoin or Litecoin, guys. This is what happens when script kiddies see something free. The XRP ledger starts heaving. 3.3 plus million plus payments sent to one account in a couple of days, trying to front run the supposed inscriptions of XRP's Ripple, guys. Wow, that's insane stuff. But interesting, Bitcoin has never handled more than 500k inscriptions in a single day. In the past 24 hours, the XRP ledger has handled over 2.6 million of these inscription transactions, if you can call them that. Now, I'm not too familiar with the issue that arose today, guys, but I think what happened was there was a bunch of spam transactions that occurred on the XRP ledger, right? Some type of quote-unquote attack, and basically the fees went up for a few seconds, guys, or something. But on other chains, this type of attack on other chains, guys, it probably would have made that chain go down, that type of blockchain go down, right? So XRP stood its own today, which is a beautiful sight, guys. It did not go down, right? That's the important part. Not too familiar on the topic, which I may do more digging. But if you guys would like to investigate further, I'll have the link in the description below, guys. Not financial advice, so let's see what happens in the future. But anyways, that's all for this amazingness. See ya.